Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I have a tuna tin here that I'm not going to recycle, but I'm going to try and reuse, and I want to use it for a spot of cooking out in the woodland today. So we're going to head out to the woodland. Hope to get you a little bit of deer footage while I'm out there, and I'm going to do a spot of lunch. I'm also going to address a couple of fire lighting problems that I've had recently. So thanks for joining me. I found this little clump of hair here, which is deer. It's very weak and it breaks really easily. This is the lid of the tuna. Fry off these mushrooms. Once they're cooked, I'm going to add this egg mix, which has got the cheese and the ham in it, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there as well for seasoning. That might be a bit more coloured than I'm normally used to. I cook at a much higher heat when I do an omelette on the stovetop. This has just got its own heat that I can't control. Well, I suppose I could. I might be able to lower it slightly, but then I might snuff out the flame. I'm going to do myself a brew, and we'll try this. Looks okay. Usual thumbs up. It's quite nice. You can see the ham there. it's not dry in the middle. That's fine. Okay, got my cup of tea, had my omelette, maybe a little bit well done on the base there, but that's just the way it is, that's outdoor cooking, but it was quite nice. The reason why I'm here, if you were to ask me, can I take a knife and a ferro rod to some dead dried bracken and get a fire going, I would answer to you, yes I can. But actually I'd be lying, and I know I'd be lying because I tried it last week and I failed to do it. And the reason why I would have said yes you can is because I've seen someone else do it on YouTube. And I just naturally assumed that I could do it. I've got fire going using this apparatus here. I've used birch bark before, bird down, soft bird feather. I've used pine resin, I've used wood shavings, and I've used dried grass. So I know I can get fire going using this. And I just naturally assumed dried bracken, I can do that. Well, that was a big lesson last week. I failed spectacularly. I got my cook done, but I tried thicker birch bark and I failed to get that going. I tried old man's beard, which I dried at home, failed to get that going, and of course I tried the bracken. And one thing I promise you I'll never do is pretend to get a fire going. So I actually got this lit, but I couldn't get it into my eco zoom, and it kept going out. I could have edited it, I could have got this lit, next thing you know the eco zoom's going. That's not my style. These woodlands aren't that far away from where I live, and it's really important to come out and for me to learn, to hone my skills, but also to learn new skills. And every time I come out, I make mistakes, but I also learn. And so last week, when I failed to get the bracken going, when I failed to get this going, I learned my limitations. And so I'm out here today. I'm going to try again. I'm just going to take this straight off the tree. I've seen people take it off the tree, get a fire going. I doubt I'll get it going, but we'll give it a go. And I'm going to pick some bracken as well and see if we can get that going. We've ripped that up. I also noticed that it started to go and then kept stopping like that, but if I kept putting sparks to it, it is burning. Better than I had it the other week. If I had a fire right here, I might have a bit more luck. It is burning on the back. Okay, bracken. Again, it's not just going to combust with a couple of sparks on there. Got to get right in there. I want to say I really hate bracken. I've got a smell now. It's a very funny smell. As it started, I got a flame maybe 3, 4, 5 times, but it just didn't take. Thanks for watching. So I was just heading home and it occurred to me that maybe I picked the bracken wrong. I was scrunching that up. You can see the stems in there, but what I'm doing now is taking the leaf. Anyway, one last try, eh? Right, so the reason why I'm out here today was just to do a little cook, and then I thought I'd work on a couple of skills there that I failed to do last week. Now, I got the old man's beard lit, I got a flame, and it went longer than what it did last week, and I'm pretty confident now I can get a fire going with that, and I'm going to try that next time. I've got some in my pocket which I'm going to take home and dry and then prep up, and next time I come out I'll have a fire with that. I tried for ages to get the bracken going and I failed completely. I know my own limitations and I really struggled, and I really hate bracken now, and that sweet smell of what's going to stick with me, that perhaps it's my technique. So sometimes you can put a flame out with your knife as you keep striking. Some people like to strike the ferro rod with the knife, some people like to pull the ferro rod up the knife, and I tried various different techniques there, and actually pulling it up seemed to work a bit better. There was less disturbance of the bracken. I think I can get a fire going with that as well now. So not today, I'm not out here to do another fire, but once it got a little bit of heat in there and then I could blow on it, it kept going actually, and I could keep adding to that, so I'm pretty confident now. So I haven't had a fire going with the old man's beard, and I haven't had a fire going with the bracken, but I have got a flame started in both cases now. I didn't even get a flame last time, so with the bracken. So I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to my next outing to work on the skills again, and not just do it once but keep going. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.